What up, what up, what up? It's your boy, Cardinal Red. And this is Ali Land Boxing Talk, people. And today we talking, does a win against Golovkin help or hurt Manny Pacquiao's boxing career? Alright, y'all, so coming at you from a little bit different angle. There's been a lot going on in the world, man. Been a lot going on in my city. Been a lot going on in my personal life. If you're wondering why I haven't been around, I'm gonna try to, encompass all of that into one video today. First, we're gonna start off with the topic of Manny Pacquiao versus Gennady Golovkin. And I hope I'm saying this man's name right. We just go call him Triple G for now. But if you follow me for any specific amount of time, then you would know a few months ago I suggested Manny Pacquiao fight Canelo Alvarez. Now, a lot of people said this was a horrible idea. Canelo's too big. It's too strong. No need to move up in weight. Yada, yada, yada. But now Freddie Roach has recently come out and said that he feels like Manny Pacquiao could take on Triple G. Since there's a lot going on in the welterweight boxing division as far as mandatories, guys being out for a certain amount of time now with injuries, i.e. Errol Spence Jr., he's been out, so he's got mandatories he's got to take care of. Terrence Crawford and Bob Arum, I'm not sure what's going on with those guys, and why they're not willing to come to the negotiating table with Manny Pacquiao, but it is what it is at this point. And then you have Manny Pacquiao kind of stuck with mediocre fighters to fight as far as his next opponent. And with him having such a long layoff, nobody really knows what exactly we're going to be getting here as far as Pacquiao and as far as his opponent. Now, I mentioned that to mention this. Canelo has always been an elephant in the room, so to speak, when it comes to a next opponent for Manny Pacquiao. Because on one hand, we've seen Pacquiao fight a much, much bigger guy at 154 pounds. But was that guy as good as Canelo Alvarez? I don't think so. Was that guy as good as Gennady Golovkin? Perhaps. And here's the dynamic. We've seen Golovkin get beat, and we witnessed Canelo do it. Some people say it's a controversial victory, but we witnessed it happen. So Manny Pacquiao has things to build off of as far as a potential fight with Golovkin. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but as far as a potential fight with Golovkin for things that he could use. My personal opinion, later in your career, it's easier to go up in weight than to go down in weight, which is the reason I don't think we'll ever see Pacquiao versus I can't think of his name right now, but I can't think of his name. But it's the reason why we won't see Pacquiao go down in weight, anytime soon, because it's just harder for an older guy to lose weight than it is for him to gain weight. Now, does that mean he'll gain weight in the right way? We've never seen Pacquiao be lackluster when it comes to training, so I wouldn't imagine he would, take it lightly as far as preparing for a potential Golovkin fight. But I just think it would be easier for him to move up in weight than to go down in weight. Can he beat Gennady Golovkin? That's the real question on everybody's mind, I'm sure. Personally, I would say yes, if all factors play in Manny Pacquiao's hands. Now, it would take a lot for Pacquiao to beat Golovkin. That's the only thing I think Pacquiao would have an advantage over Golovkin is foot speed. I don't think if he could implement some type of foot speed and pop shot regimen, he could beat him. To me, I think it wouldn't be so much of trying to knock him out, but just keep him on his toes the whole fight. If he can move around him, pop him, move around him, pop him. More of a pop shot and style fight than an actual going for some type of knockout or technical knockout style fight. I think he could actually beat Golovkin really easy, because one thing Golovkin doesn't have is any type of speed. So he's more of a set puncher, so he needs to set up his punches. So I think Golovkin would be an easy target for Manny Pacquiao's speed. Now, when Golovkin makes contact, can Pacquiao take those type of punches? Nobody knows. We haven't seen the fight. We haven't seen him face guys this big in a long time. So nobody really knows the answer to that question. Will we actually see this fight? I think I'm still leaning toward Pacquiao perhaps fighting Canelo, Terrence Crawford, or Floyd Mayweather. I think those are the three potential matchups that are out there because of what Errol Spence has going on with mandatories and everything. So I think that would be the main three opponents to be looking out for as far as Manny Pacquiao in his next fight. I think I'm going to end it there and just update you guys on what's been going on in my personal life now and what's been going on around my city and why you're seeing this specific footage instead of some boxing footage. I want to try to not just give you the same old, give you a different view, give you some more sights from my city, give you a little more insight of what I do with my personal time outside of just doing YouTube videos. So, different visuals. Nobody wants to see the same thing over and over. And as far as what I've been seeing within my city for the past couple of weeks, this has been my visual. So I want to give you guys an opportunity to see the same things I've been seeing up close and personal, and give you a first-hand view of what really goes on in Louisville, Kentucky, man. And I think a lot of people have it conflicted about my city, man, because they think we're probably country and everybody has a horse, and and it's not really like that, man. So I'm gonna give you a little breakdown of what's been going on, and then we'll get out of here, man. If you want to stick around, please stick around to the end. And if you want to be a part of the community, man, always drop me a line, man. Once again, hit that like. Always drop me a line. So let's break this down real quick. So by now, I'm pretty sure everybody's heard about the whole George Floyd incident that happened in, I believe it's Minneapolis. Or I'm not sure where exactly it happened at the moment, but I believe that's where it happened. But here in my hometown of Louisville, Kentucky, there was another incident that took place, I believe it was a few weeks before the George Floyd incident. And because we're in Louisville, Kentucky, when something even super tragic as the whole Breonna Taylor situation was, it still doesn't always make national news. It might be big on our local news, but it doesn't always make national news. So Breonna Taylor was killed by some LMPD officers who served a no-knock warrant mistakenly on their apartment. They forced their way into the apartment. Her boyfriend opened fire, thinking that he was being robbed, which a lot of people would do. Open fire. The officers returned fire and subsequently killed his girlfriend. He was initially locked up, was released, but this has started a massive uprising within my city of Louisville, Kentucky. It's excuse me. like nothing I've ever seen in my lifetime. You know, these young guys, to be quite frank, are really making me proud, man. It's been an up and down fight, though. You know, I'm not justifying everything that's went on as far as the protests, but I feel like it's in our hands as younger people now to try to change things. If something's going on to where we feel like it needs to be fixed, you can't always fix it typing on Instagram or typing on Facebook, you know, or, you know, just looking at the news and going, oh, that's sad. Sometimes you got to get out here and actually be a soldier in the fight for justice, a soldier in the fight to change things, you know. The civil rights movement, what Malcolm X did, what Medgar Evers did, you know, well, not did, but, you know, the ripple effect that Medgar Evers had, the effect that Fred Hampton had, you know, all these people that fought for civil rights years and years ago were all involved in some type of, for lack of a better word, uprising. You know, people had to go out and march. People had to be uncivil at times. They had to, you know, you had to come from an alternative pathway to be recognized and have your voice heard and ultimately change things. Nowadays it's kind of hard to get young people to want to do anything except for party. But what I'm seeing is they're taking civil rights tactic with a party mentality, and they have just completely shut the city down as far as, you know, when they want to get their voice heard, they know how to get people together and rally around what's trying to be said. Some of the other things that have gone on as far as the looting, you know, recently a young protester was shot and killed during the protest downtown by just a random guy who opened fire within the crowd of protesters. Weeks ago, in one of my videos, I said that, no, matter of fact, it wasn't one of my videos. I was on live with a friend of mine who goes live quite often, another YouTuber, and I think I made a comment like, here in Louisville, Kentucky, it's a violent atmosphere already because we have these open carry laws, and it seems like about 5 years ago, we just like everybody started carrying a gun, so it's already a hostile environment here. And now you got a lot of young people with a lot of firearms that are very angry, and some of these guys are running around with 100-round clips and pistols and AKs and AR-15s, and it is an atmosphere for something really tragic to happen. I hate to put it like that, but unfortunately, that young man who was killed a few days ago in the rally in the park had to be a victim of all of this, you know. And it's not just from one side. I can't say it's the protesters. That guy was just a random who wanted to be within the crowd, and they were trying to scare him away from what they were doing, and he just got caught up in the moment. But you know, I want to touch on one more point. You know, if you're upset that I haven't been doing as many videos that I normally do, man, I recently got a job about a year ago. I didn't plan on actually joining the company I'm with. Another job opened up, an opportunity opened up to be hired on full time, make more money. I aced the job, you know. Unfortunately, I didn't know how much time the job would suck up of my life and the hours I would be working. And, you know, as I got back on track to start doing videos again, now another job has opened up. They want me for that job, and it's looking like I'm going to get it. So hopefully now I'll get to adjust my schedule and add you guys in more often, you know, so we can all stay contacted, community can keep rolling, and Ali Land Boxing Talk can push on, man. I hope y'all enjoyed the new style of video I'm going to be producing. Man, everybody stay safe. I'm still out here, man. If you want to be a part of the Ali Land Boxing Talk community, hit that like button, you know, drop me a comment. It's your boy Cardinal Red, and we out of here.